Hello, everyone. This is the Talking Disaster, and I'm John O'Brien, of course. Week 2 is in the books for the NFL. It was a pretty good week, pretty good games. The primetime games continue to deliver besides the Monday night game, which I told you guys in one of the episodes, can't remember which one, that Monday night games are always a snooze for the most part. There's like 2 good ones a year, but we've had 2 good Thursday night games in a row. I don't think that trend will continue, but I'm happy to see it. So let's just get right into it. The big games. Washington beats New York 30-29 on Thursday night. Heineke told you he was going to ball, and he did. He went all out against the Giants and led a great drive to win. Just kidding. The Giants blew it at the end like they always do. That's a gut-wrencher. That's a gut-wrenching loss. And I'll be interested to see how the Giants respond. And how Washington handles this. And I think Heineke's the guy. He has to be. He's young. He's quick. He can move. And that is so important in this league to win. And he keeps doing it. So this is his first win as a starter. And maybe that success continues. So let's get into the Sunday games. My Pittsburgh Steelers laid an egg against the Oakland Raiders. Ooh, I cringe just saying that. The offense is just bad. It's bad to watch. We have playmakers, and I don't think this is on Ben Roethlisberger. I don't. But the offensive line, they can't block. They were getting bulldozed, literally bulldozed by the Raiders' defense. It was embarrassing to watch at points. And I got to give props to the Raiders. Derek Carr balled. He thrashed our secondary. You can tell how much we miss Joe Hayden Sunday, because when he's not there, there is nothing. And Minka's got to be better. He just has to. And Minka owned up to that. He said, I got to be better. Justin Lane, ridiculous from Justin Lane. Ridiculous effort, ridiculous performance. The Steelers have a lot of injuries. I don't know if you guys can hear the garbage guy taking out the trash in the background. I apologize if you can. The Steelers have a lot of injuries now. TJ Watt is down with a groin injury, and now Alex Highsmith has a groin injury. So now we have 4 players on defense, four starters on defense with groin injuries. TJ Watt, Devin Bush, Joe Hayden, and Alex Highsmith. If you added Cam Hayward and Minka in the mix, that's pretty much our whole defense. So now we have Cam and Minka still there. We signed Taco Charlton to the practice squad today, give us some extra depth. Stephon Tuitt should be coming soon. And the biggest loss on Sunday, honestly, was losing Tyson Alualu for the rest of the year, because he is a monster. And he came back to the Steelers after signing with the Jaguars. He left that deal to come back, and I feel really bad for the guy. So sending him well wishes. Injuries are just not an excuse, though. It's a concern for sure, but it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse to lose to the Raiders at home in your home opener. It's not. And our offense is going to go nowhere if those guys up front cannot protect Ben Roethlisberger. Because what is Ben supposed to do? He is not in his 20s. He's not. He just isn't. He can't move. He can't move to the pocket. That's not his fault. That's father time. So I'm worried. Got the Bengals at home. If something doesn't click there with the run game either, we're in trouble. But congrats to the Raiders, 2-0 and 2-0 against AFC North teams. Let's go to the Saints-Panthers. Saints lose 7-26 at Carolina. I said the Saints were going to roll them, and I was completely wrong. The Panthers came out hot, finished hot, and the Saints did not look like the team that demolished the Packers last week. So I don't know what to say about the Saints, because last week I said, they're going to get rolled by the Packers. Opposite happened. They're going to roll the Panthers. Opposite happened. So I'm confused about the Saints situation. I still think they're a good team. They're going to have to prove it to me. It's only week 2. So maybe they'll get something going, but bad performance. And props to Carolina. Sam Darnold looks like he's their guy, and he's been kind of balling through 2 weeks. Cowboys Chargers. The Cowboys continue to prove me wrong. They go into Los Angeles and beat the Chargers 20-17. Great kick by Greg Zuerlein to win. Justin Herbert and that offense, that high prolific offense, that's 2 weeks with just 20 points or under against Washington and Dallas. Kind of concerned there. Kind of concerned. I don't think we should make a big deal out of it, but it's a little eye-opening, to be honest. We're supposed to think that this Chargers offense would just put up 30 every week. So I don't know. Titans beat the Seahawks in Seattle in overtime. Here's the thing about the Tennessee Titans. I don't care who they have at receiver. I don't care who is at quarterback. Their team runs through Derrick Henry. When Derrick Henry is on, they are almost unstoppable. When he is off, they are a mediocre at best football team. It's the truth. And that was on full display on Sunday. They beat Seattle in Seattle in overtime. Great win and great performance from Derrick Henry. But I just don't see that working long term. I don't. Teams have figured out Derrick Henry in the past. And if you keep the ball, even if he's doing well, if you just keep the ball running, if you just take up some clock, long drives, keep him off the field, they're very beatable. They're very easy to beat. But they proved me wrong, and congrats to them. Sunday night game. This is where I was right. Hopefully somebody took my advice, said Ravens money line. Bam. Ravens win 36-35. Now, this is probably the most proud I've been of a pick in quite some time, to be honest, even though it was the Ravens. But I just had this feeling that the Ravens finally get the chance to play the Chiefs at home. Harbaugh showed his full trust in his guys, especially Lamar. And Lamar shut up a lot of people on Sunday night. And I'm happy for the guy, honestly. And anytime the Chiefs lose at this point, it's a good thing to see, honestly. I don't think the Chiefs are already. I used to be like, oh, they're reaching that like Patriots level where they're like already unlikable, like a lot. So not mad to see them lose at all. Not mad to see Jackson Mahomes throwing a fit after the game. I think that is absolutely hilarious. One thing I noticed as soon as the time went out, a lot of players on the Chiefs just ran to the locker room. Thought that was kind of suspect, but props to the Ravens. And what a win. What a win. Maybe the best of Lamar's career so far. I'm serious. Better than that playoff game he won last year. This was serious. A lot of people had questions about the Ravens going into this game and the rest of the season. And the offense puts up 200-something rushing yards, and Lamar scores twice, and they beat Kansas City at home. Doesn't get much better than that. Lions and Packers last night. Lions fall to the Packers 17-35, and I told you guys, if you're a Packers fan, not much to worry about. And I was right. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, Tanyan. When they're clicking, man, it's like the Chiefs. They're unstoppable. So, the Packers seem like they're back and on track, and I'm not buying anybody else in that division even competing with them, especially after what the Vikings have done the last 2 weeks. Well, looking competitive, but not at the same time. The Lions 0-2, Bears 1-1. Let's get to the Bears now. Bears beat the Bengals 20-17. Justin Fields finally gets his chance. Doesn't do a whole lot, but the defense comes through clutch against Joe Burrow, and they hold on at the end to win 20-17. Good job to the Bears. Tom Brady and the Bucs. I told you they'd roll over the Falcons, and they did just that. Tom Brady continues to defy all odds of sports. I don't understand it. He's just the greatest to ever do it. And I think we just have to get over it and accept it. I think most people have. And the Bucs, I just don't see. I might have to change my Super Bowl pick already because, like, do you really think Tom Brady's going to lose in the playoffs, especially now if they get home field? Because they were a wild card team last year. I don't think that's happening again. So, yeah, the NFC's got a lot of problems to worry about if they have to play Tampa Bay. All right, let's see here. Mac Jones, he looked good against the Jets. Looked good against the Jets. But here's the thing. Are they holding him back too much? Are they holding him back too much to make him play this Tom Brady style, which might not actually be his style of play? I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong thing. Maybe that's the right thing. I'm not sure. I'm interested to see where it goes. With Mac Jones, I think he is a limited quarterback, and using his best traits is obviously a good thing. Not stupid, but sometimes you gotta let him experience things, and I don't know if they're doing that yet. It's only week 2 though. Bills respond big time. Told you they would. They absolutely did. 35-0 to the Miami Dolphins. I'm not surprised at all. I knew they would be so pissed after what happened against Pittsburgh. And they went into Miami and just blew the doors off of that place. 35-0. Allen's arm looked great. Allen looked fine. To all the people who said he didn't last week, just played a good defense. Miami's a good defense. He completely embarrassed them. And Tua struggled. Tua got hurt. Jacoby Brissett came in. That's a tough situation in Miami to deal with right now. So the Rams, I'm interested to see what happens with the Rams here. Now, are they better than I thought? I'm not going to say they are, because I still said they would make the playoffs. And I still said it was an upgrade over Jared Goff. I just don't know how much. It's looking like that part of it I might be wrong about, because Stafford might be a way better upgrade over Jared Goff. But, they still didn't cover the spread against the Colts and Carson Wentz. The Colts are a good team, though. But it's not like they destroyed them or anything. It's they beat them by a field goal. Okay. So, I'm interested to see what happens with the Rams and actually the Colts too, because Carson Wentz is doing this kind of that shovel pass interception was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. And it was also one of the worst things I've seen in my life. And it was also one of the saddest things I've seen in my life. But then he kind of came back and put them back in the game. So who knows where they go from there with him. Let's see here. So anybody that was playing along last week when I did my week 2 predictions, 10-6. What? Probably my best week I've ever had picking games, honestly. Last week 1, we went 7-9. This week we go 10-6. Where I was wrong, really, for the most part, was Saints and Seahawks. I somehow got all of the games right that were over 11 points. Packers, Bucks, Browns. I knew the Texans would cover. I don't know how. I knew the Falcons would I knew the Bucks would run over the Falcons. I knew the Packers would come out pissed against the Lions. All 3 did that. Washington, I was pretty wrong about, but I still said they would win. I said the Steelers would win, but I said the Raiders would cover, so win and a loss there. 49ers covered against the Eagles. Didn't really catch much of that game. Jalen looks pretty good, though. Good win for the Niners there. Broncos. Not sure what to make of them. I mean, they beat the Giants and the Jaguars pretty well. Defense looks good. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of them. They kind of seem like a over under 500 team, 8-9, 9-8, somewhere in there. Zach Wilson looked not so good against the Patriots. 4 picks. But we all know how Bill Belichick is against rookie quarterbacks, so I don't think we should make that big of a deal about it. But if you're a Jets fan, if you're a Jets fan, you have to be concerned because you're a Jets fan. You expect greatness from somebody you draft that high right away. I don't blame them for thinking that way, but maybe this one will take some time, and I'm sure it doesn't help seeing Sam Darnold do so well in Carolina. Cardinals Vikings, crazy game. The Cardinals win it. Vikings, another field goal missed. If you have time, look up the radio call from Minnesota. It is so funny. The guy thinks they make it. He goes, "Come on, Joseph. Come on, Joseph. Oh, he made it. It's good." And the guy next to him goes, "No." It's really funny. Let's see here. Ravens, obviously, biggest W of the season here from the predictions. And Bears, -2.5. I got them at -2.5. That's a dub. Yeah, Saints, that was definitely the worst pick. Rams, technically wrong about it was +3.5. They won by 3. So it was just one of those. So that is it for this episode. Catch some episodes later this week. Finally, Melodic Blue review, and I'm going to bunch that up with Cry Macho review, the movie, new Clint Eastwood movie. Give you guys my thoughts on those 2 things. And then week 3 predictions. We went 10-6. You better watch. You better listen because I'm on a roll. I'm on fire. Probably means I'll go 0-16 next week, but I'm on fire. Okay. So you got to watch that one. All right. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Of course, this is a Talking Disaster, and I'm John O'Brien, obviously. And thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.